We would like to welcome you to the Under-17 Netball Europe Championships here at Gibraltar's Tercentenary Sports Hall. We are very fortunate to be able to live stream from these championships. Special thanks to Gib Media and QTV. There are two sections within the championship. A championship section. The teams in the section are England, Northern Ireland, Scotland and Wales, and in the Challenge Cup, Gibraltar, Malta, Republic of Ireland and Switzerland. Gibraltar Netball are very grateful to the government of Gibraltar for their encouragement and financial support. A special mention to the GSLA staff. England and Switzerland are the current champions. We really look forward to watching all the countries in 2016. Welcome. And today, I welcome Gail here.
Morning, Bryony.
So, Gail, can you tell us a bit about yourself?
Sure. I'm currently the Scottish Thistle National Coach and Head of Performance for Netball Scotland. I'm really excited to be here this weekend and great to have it down here in Gibraltar.
So what did you think about yesterday?
Oh, really pleasing. I've got some really great netball from both sides. I mean, England, you know, it was a big score they posted, but they really pushed hard every quarter. And then obviously for Scotland to come up with a good win in the end with 20 goals. So it's going to be a great game today. It
is. I think both teams are eagerly waiting to go back on court. So let's actually welcome the teams. For England, we have Charlotte Curtis, Ashley Decker, Sarah Everett, Ella Powell-Davies, Ellen Hurst, Chloe Isam, Lucy Stevenson, Alexandra Shipley, Anya Wood, Lucy Johnson, Leah Griffin and Hannah Gorman. And for Scotland, we have Beth Morley, Bethan Goodwin, Caitlin Hinchcliffe, Katrina McDonald, Katrina Norville, Alicia Keane, Emma Love, Hannah Grant, Maddie McGuinness, Molly Cooper, Neve McCall and Rebecca Meckler. So what are you expecting today?
Well, it's interesting. I know that, for instance, the Scottish coaches have been having difficulties and really good ones because they can't decide on their mid-court because they're all working really, really hard. So to see Emma Love start today is a great choice. And I'm sure she'll be nervous, but she'll do a good job because she didn't start yesterday. But they've got a really good, strong side for Scotland. Yesterday for England, I was impressed with the defensive end especially. So, you know, they're going to, hopefully Bethan Goodwin will be able to combat some of the defensive pressure that's going to be put on her today, especially from the England defenders.
So I'm looking forward to watching a good match, and obviously let's see what happens. May the best team win as well. So Gail, about your role in the Scottish Vessel, can you just tell us a bit more about that?
So I joined the Scottish Thistles December 2013 as national coach, and we were having the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow in 2014, so it was an exciting period. Then we also qualified for the Netball World Cup in Sydney, so we attended that last year, and so it's been great for Scottish netball. We had the World Youth National Tournament Championships in 2013, so we've been on a busy ride, and right now our focus is development. Myself and Leslie McDonald, the Under-21s World Youth Long Squad coach, we're here to have a look at our Under-17, see what they've got.
That's true. For all of you that don't know, Gibraltar and Scotland are actually netball buddies, so they are trying to do the same thing here in Gibraltar and obviously have a long netball squad, so I suppose other countries follow suit.
Yes, I was just talking to Leslie McDonald about this and us trying to maybe even look to do some netball down here with regards to bringing squads down to, you know, work with Gibraltar, give them some match play and also where we can help you guys.
That's true. Obviously, you've been around, you've been walking probably around. It's a small, I'd say, country. There's only about 30,000 of us. So we do need all the help we can get because, as we mentioned yesterday, we're all amateurs, we're all volunteers. So it's difficult.
You are the best people.
It's difficult for us at times. We all have a day jobs, we all have families. So anything we can get from Scotland would be great.
If you put this weather on like we have been having since we've been here, we'll definitely be coming back.
Mind you, a couple of weeks ago it was actually freezing for our liking, but it's actually beautiful outside. I believe yesterday was about 17 degrees, if I'm not mistaken. So even though it's quite cool in here and chilly, but it's lovely to be able to walk around. So I suppose that's something that you miss from New Zealand.
Yes, but you know, I'm enjoying my time over here.
So there's about 8 minutes left, and obviously our umpires are there. So today's umpires are we have Nadine Baldo-Samit and Danielle Coxey. And our reserve umpire is just 1 second. Caswell Park. So England are still warming up. And it's interesting to note how everyone obviously warms up and obviously procedures behind it and protocol. So it was good to watch yesterday and see the concentration that they have just before the match, their focus.
Absolutely. It is such an important part of the whole match. I mean, you know, prepare yourself, but the focus and concentration, everyone needs, I mean, drop balls, things like that shouldn't be in a warm-up because it just distracts their focus. So I really push hard as a coach, and I'm sure any coach does that, the warm-up is precise, everyone is focused and catching everything.
Yesterday, whilst I was watching England, one of the drills, they were actually being pushed by an opponent, so obviously they had to mentally focus because obviously there's a lot of contact off the ball and contesting, so it was actually great for them to focus and get into match play.
Absolutely, and it's not so much in this age group, but well, I can see it a little bit, the physical pressure, but when you start to get into the higher grades, it really gets tough, and you know, physically you have to be ready, so and then obviously mentally.
I think mentally plays a big part, and people obviously are not still focused that much on them. Obviously, something that's coming up. And
it does, and I mean, for Scotland today, I mean, they're feeling confident from their win yesterday, and so as I would bet that England are. But England have this thing on Scotland because they've won so many times that if Scotland are going to get up today, they need to mentally be ready to take this challenge on.
And that's what Scotland did yesterday from the beginning. They actually started strong as well.
Yes.
So I'll give you a quick update of yesterday's matches. The first match of the day, Gibraltar beat Ireland 49-14. England beat Northern Ireland 73-14. Switzerland beat Malta 37-20. And Wales lost to Scotland 43-63. So some interesting matches as well today. Obviously, today, first one being Scotland versus England, and Northern Ireland versus Wales.
Yes.
That's going to be an interesting match.
That'll be another good match today as well. I mean, Northern Ireland, you know, yesterday they didn't have the start that they wanted. I mean, no one wants to end a quarter with no points on the board, but then they started coming to their game in the second quarter. Yesterday also Wales played some really great netball. I mean, they picked up a lot of intercepts from the Scotland team, and so I'm sure they'll be out to do the same today.
I'm sure we'll see some great netball. And in the challenge section, obviously, we have Switzerland versus Ireland and Malta versus Gibraltar. Switzerland unbeaten, and so Gibraltar for the time being. So let's see what happens there.
5 minutes.
There's 5 minutes left. Scottish girls are taking some time and obviously focusing and relaxing just slightly before the match. So, Gail, I hear that there's another tournament as well coming up in May.
Yes, the Netball Open squad, which have the home nations in, and that's going to be held in Newcastle this year. And we're really looking forward to it. We select our Scottish Thistle squad early May, mainly because we've got some players in the Super League, a couple over in Australia, sorry, Hayley Mulholland, who was the captain of the Scottish Thistles last year. She's playing over in Australia. So, yeah, bringing them back in time to get ready and prepare for Netball Europe is going to be awesome.
How do you prepare? For us, it's easier. We're a small country. It's easier for us to training. But how does it work training-wise and with the Scottish Thistles?
It can be difficult, but I think that there are with some great coaches at the moment, getting some really good input for their development. And so my focus is on making sure that when they get back here, that the players around them, the other Scottish Thistles that are here back in Scotland, are playing some good netball, that their basic fundamentals are prime and ready to go, and that it will be seamless when they slot back in, that is the senior players.
Has it been a long season for some of the players?
Probably. We've still got a little while to go.
And after that, do you have anything else planned for the year?
We're hoping to get some test matches, a test series in Scotland. We're yet to confirm the team that we want to play, and we'd like to go on a tour, but our focus shortly will be our World Youth Squad. We'll have trials in June, and then the team will be, will probably...
30 seconds till
I'm not
we
sure,
march
but
on.
Leslie McDonald's looking for a big squad to carry into next year.
Okay, so you've heard it, 30 seconds. I'm ready and I'm excited. How about you?
Yes, and I'll do my very best to be neutral.
So good luck to both teams. I bet you're looking out for some of your players, obviously, for the long squad.
I am. We currently have 5 current Scottish Thistle long squad members in this under-17 squad, and obviously interested to see how they
Netball
go.
Europe and Gibraltar Netball would like to welcome you all to the second day of the 2016 Under-17 European Championships between Scotland and England.
So first 7
Would you
about to be
please
called up.
welcome onto the court Scotland's goal shooter, Bethan Goodwin.
Bethan
Goal
Goodwin
attack,
going as a goal
Niamh
shooter.
McCall.
Niamh McCall going as goal attack.
Wing attack, Emma Love.
Emma Love as wing attack.
Centre, Katrina MacDonald.
Centre, Katrina MacDonald.
Wing defence, Alicia Queen.
Wing defence, Alicia
Goal
McQueen.
defence, Beth Morley.
Goal defence, Beth
Goalkeeper,
Morley.
Molly Cooper.
And goalkeeper,
And now
Molly
an
Cooper.
equally warm welcome to England's goal shooter, Lucy Stevenson.
Lucy Stevenson coming in
Goal
as England's goal
attack.
shooter.
Ashley Decker.
Ashley Decker's goal attack.
Wing attack, Lucy Johnson.
Wing attack, Lucy Johnson.
Centre, Hannah Gorman.
Centre, Hannah
Wing
Gorman.
defence, Sarah Everett.
Sarah Everett as
Goal
wing defence.
defence, Charlotte Curtis.
Goal defence, Charlotte
Goalkeeper,
Curtis.
Anya Woods.
Goalkeeper,
The
Anya
umpires
Woods.
for this game are Daniel Coxey and Nadine Barduzamit. Our third official is Caswell Palmer. Thank you and good luck.
So England centre. Let's go.
Great shot by England. Good start for them.
Scotland using the ball and the time. Held ball. Tight defence there by England.
Yeah, a few nerves in there, I'd say, especially from the youngest player of the Scotland netball team.
It's not easy when you're young as well, being put in that position.
Good shot, good start for England.
It is a good start. We saw yesterday England's wing attack. She's actually quite versatile as well.
Very fast.
I think Scotland just need to get one in, and probably the nerves will probably get in the better of them at the moment.
A different start to yesterday, but that's okay. You know, they're just going to keep pushing. I I think the attacking need to penetrate and get to the circle wedge and pop back to offer us some options for knee before.
But we did see that yesterday. There was a lot of great passing outside of the circle and feeding into.
Yeah.
They just need to get into it.
Yeah, this is good push from Scotland. Trying to slow that ball up. It's going down lots of speed.
Good interception as well. Any disruption is probably good at this point as well. So just over 2.5 minutes gone. It's 5-0 for England. Oh, that was easily read though.
I think our back runners for Scotland need to get up court really quickly just to help out so the attacking line can go forward to the circle edge. They're just struggling a bit there.
They are, and you can see England are doing that as well. They're quite coming up the court quite easily.
And their transition into attack is very fast.
I think that's when you actually need to focus and you need to pull through as a team. What do you think about that game?
Yes, definitely. And
so silly errors, obviously, that are converted into goals on the other side.
Just really struggling. They need to just keep using the back players. They're not even looking back to see if anyone's available. They're just trying to look forward, which is fine. But at the moment, we need to find some space on attack.
We were talking yesterday about having a first and second option, and even a third at times. And if you need to have a third, sometimes you do. And if it needs to go back, as long as you keep possession at times.
What's happening here is that we've got no driving players. They're just taking a few steps and then popping back. And then they have to bring their mid-quarters up high.
Another held ball.
Yeah.
So on a coaching point of view, what would you do?
Yeah, unfortunately now you can't have timeout, so that would be the first thing. However, yeah, you'd be probably also screaming from the sideline.
If it were quarter time, hypothetically speaking, if it were quarter time.
Yep. They've got to do some real good movement on attack to get free. Keep the ball flat. Just real simple.
We did see that yesterday. They kept the ball flat, and obviously it worked for them.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's much better. That drive through quarter is exactly what they need. Yeah, but this is great defensive pressure from England. They're doing a really good job.
Yep.
And it's way.
But that's better.
Yeah.
Good ball in.
Well done.
So
good feed and much better patience on attack.
At the end of the day, you do have to have patience. Look.
Definitely on attack, but also at the same time make some quick decisions with ball in hand. Yeah.
It seems that obviously that first goal has made a change for them.
And that was great. There was some nice front cuts and short play.
Some nice passing as well from England. And a good shot. Breaking. She came in too soon.
Yes. She's very quick, Emma Love. But that time they were probably too quick for the umpire.
It's obviously decision making that you need to make, and you have to be aware when the umpire is actually going to call. So there's a lot of things that goes through a player's mind.
It's good. good pressure. This is what Scotland need to continue to do and force that like that.
And a turnover.
Now,
That's what they needed.
it's about getting the ball to our circle edge, and so we need to be patient but have some good driving through the court. Yeah. That was some nice wood they used on attack there.
So, 10-3 to England. It's tight defense there by England, not allowing the attackers to get through.
Yes, they're putting on a very good centre pass defence, known as a wall. And it's quite difficult to penetrate something like that, but you have to use width and not short leads. They have to be quite long. There's some very good play from England on their through court. You know, lots of drives through there, backing each other up.
There is good movement as well from England off the ball. Scotland passing the ball back.
Much better patience.
It's working for them, so obviously they've all clicked and they've all thought about what they need to do.
Yeah, they need to play their own game. They can't try and keep at the same speed with England, and they need to play shorter.
Everyone has their own game, obviously, technique that works for them. So I suppose from the beginning you just need to execute that.
Yeah, and then obviously try and upset each other's flow. But yeah, there's some defensive pressure on there. We did slow it up, but I still would like to see more from the Scotland team on defence.
Another turnover.
Yeah.
They are looking for a few options as well. It's good interception by the wing defence.
Another good finish for England.
We saw yesterday how she held her space as well.
Yeah, probably a bit more communication needed from Neve McCall and Emma Love on the line. Both are in the same position.
It's a good pass. So just under 5 minutes to go. Would they make some changes?
Yeah, they might do. I mean, this is the line that finished yesterday, and I can understand the starting line. They may make some changes. Katrina McDonald hasn't had too much match play in that centre for Scotland, and so they might push her back into the circle.
But as a coach, would you say that 15 minutes is enough to be actually mentally focused and prepared for the match?
Yeah, it's difficult. You want them to settle and things like that, and then you just have to see, okay, I know that this player can do better. Maybe I will bring her back in. You know, it might be just a chance for her to watch and see what's happening.
It's a difficult decision-making as well from a coaching point of view, because there are so many things that you have to think about. Yesterday we also discussed players coming in after a quarter or an injury and how focused they have to be to actually go on and fill someone's boots.
Yes, it can be nerve-wracking at the same time.
So just over 3 minutes to go. I'd like to see England obviously finish, and then a few more for Scotland would be good.
Yeah, and again, just trying to slow that ball up, put some pressure or centre pass defence on.
When you finish on a high, it's easier to come back after the on the second quarter.
Yes, well done.
It's a lot of pressure by the goal defence on the goal attack, isn't there?
That's the type of stuff they need to do, is just try and draw up to drop and do the backspace, because there's some really good one-on-one defence happening from England.
They are opening up the game, England, their passes. So you can hear the girls cheering their teammates on.
Yep. It's patience. That was a good feed.
It was a good feed. She held her space well. It's interesting to note that most of the centre passes are going to the goal attack as well. As a coaching point of view, would you encourage bounce passes?
Myself, I used to do a lot of bounce passes. It's what is required at the time. Now, when you have big shooters, you want to be able to pop the pass to them, not put too many bounce passes under, but that one was read well by the defender of England.
Like you mentioned, I believe, years ago, it was a thing to do, probably bounce passes, but now coaches are trying to not encourage the team. There's certain situations where you need to.
Well, it's great to use it on the feeds, because defenders, when you're putting a bounce pass in into a circle, defenders can't put their arms down there.
Yeah.
So it will
It's
kill the
difficult,
defender.
yeah.
Through court, you shouldn't be using bounce passes.
That's all.
Yeah.
It's a nice ball in.
That was a lovely pass. We just need to tidy up in the circle. Just tighten up.
So just 15 seconds remaining on the clock. Nice long pass there. Scotland obviously trying to get... England's defence are quite tight though.
Yeah, you're doing a great job. And the ball has got down there so quickly that we need to really try and slow that transition up. But great start by England.
It is a great start. And obviously you were mentioning how quick the game is now, and obviously there are new rules that have taken, they've just obviously come into place, and obviously one is the umpires will no longer have their whistle, will no longer blow their whistle.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the new rule, but you know, our sport is so quick, especially in the open grade, and you know, at times it's going to be erratic play, and if your ball's going up and down the court, it's going to stress the coaches out a lot. But you know, we do want players to take leadership on that and try and sort it out. But sometimes slowing up momentum is best done by having a timeout, in my opinion, anyway.
Yeah, obviously sometimes you used to see some injury times being called, but obviously tactical as well, and now you only have 30 seconds.
And I have no problem with that, because they do it in basketball. I mean, I think the game's been sped up for the umpires.
Umpires do have a tough job. You see them like running and sprinting at times, and it's not easy. Their fitness levels have to be extremely high, and then we were told yesterday about how they have to go through their fitness testing as well. So not an easy job for them.
I'll tell you what, you know, I put my team through their paces all the time, and they need to be superbly fit to compete for 60 minutes. And often when we have test matches, we have back-to-back, so you have to be able to get up and do the same thing the very next day, and that's why their fitness has to be superior, and so should the umpires.
Do you have a fitness program?
We do. We are fortunate to have the support from the Scotland Sports Institute, who provide our S&C support, physio, lifestyle advisor, physiologist. We've had performance analysis as well. So very fortunate to have Sports Scotland and the Scottish Thistle supporting us through that.
That's something that you see more often now, a performance analyst. How important do you think that role is?
Oh, absolutely important. Myself and Leslie McDonald are here to do the video recording for the Scotland under-17s team, and so it's very important for both the coaches to see, but also the athletes to be able to reflect on matches and see their opposition and understand how they play and how they need to combat them. So again, a great start for
substitutions for Scotland.
England.
Katrina
Okay, we have
McDonald,
some
wing
substitutions
attack.
now.
Rebecca Metcalfe, centre.
No changes for England. Right, they've had a great start. They deserve to be still back on that court. So. Yes, well done, Molly Cooper.
So there are some changes for Scotland.
Yeah, just some quick decision making. And that's the stuff that Molly Cooper needs to do, is come out and have a go out the front, because that circle with those two shooters playing very, very well for England, really hard to combat. So she needs to look for stuff outside the circle.
Good defense as well there. So the changes for Scotland are Katrina McDonald coming in as wing attack.
Yeah, Rebecca Metcalfe coming to centre. She started yesterday. She's a good little centre. She's got some great feeds and makes some good decisions. So let's hopefully see that today and her impact.
A turnover. They were doing well. They held the ball there quite well.
I thought that was a good space for Bethan to go into. That was a good space to pass that.
But England are quite quick in bringing the ball up the court. And
yep. Back
they're being patient as well.
They are. We just need, once they've passed, someone needs to drive through.
Contact.
She's a hard-working centre as well, Rebecca Metcalfe. And so hopefully we'll see a bit more driving through that mid-court.
Good movement there. Lovely.
It's something that Bethan Goodwin learnt from Irene Van Dyke when Irene Van Dyke came out to work with us last year. She had a one-on-one session with Irene, so Bethan's got some great skills from that. But she also gets to work with Leslie McDonald, who's former Scottish Thistle, and of course her current coach Sharon Lyons is played for Scotland as a shooter. So if we can get the ball to Bethan Goodwin, then Scotland will be in business for this quarter anyway.
Seems like a better start anyway for them.
Yep. But again, you know, England are very quick, good passing, timing to the ball is excellent. So we need to just try and combat that.
Some more pressure. And some of the players are quite young, and they do have a lot of things going on. And obviously, as you're aware, some of them might be doing their GCSEs, so it's a difficult and tender age for them, isn't it?
It is. There's a lot of girls in here, you know, school, so lots of exams, prelims, all of that, and so it's working out how to balance it. They also have a lot of netball from school to districts to national to club, so it's about working with them to make it easy, because you don't want young players to burn out.
Yes, obviously they need education, and that's a future for them. So most of them will probably want to go to university and play netball at some point. So with the aim of Super League, with the aim of the Super League.
Well, sorry?
With the aim of playing in the Super League, some of them.
Absolutely, yes.
Lovely ball in. As we were mentioning earlier, obviously the new rules and how players have to get in contact and look at the umpire, because obviously now they don't call when the ball goes out, so it's difficult as a player having to actually make contact with the umpire and signal. So
yeah, we train without whistles, so we're used to it in our Episcopal, you know, do a lot of work without the umpires.
It's probably the best way forward, obviously, so you get no distractions and you know what you're doing when you're on court.
Well, most of the time it's about practicing challenging that one-on-one, and then obviously working out how we tidy up if it's a blatant contact.
Slightly forced.
They need to work at the circle edge, then pop it up. And put some pressure on through court.
As we were mentioning earlier, the wing attack is very fast. It's good feeding the ball in as well.
Yeah, that was a great feed from the wing attack. Johnson.
So England are now 31-6 for Scotland. What do you think's actually going wrong for Scotland for the time being?
I think they like this. They're just standing and waiting. They need to drive through like that and draw and
create
try and
those
get the circle edge. But that draw that Rebecca just did at that point took defenders away. So they need to do a bit more of that. At the moment, they're just standing.
England are obviously having a very good match as well.
Yeah, and look, I think this is a big step up too from yesterday's match. Yesterday they weren't as polished. They did a lot of mistakes, especially in that first half, but right now they're looking on song and playing some great netball.
Some good movement by the goal shooter there.
Yeah. And this defensive group for England have been excellent. I mean, Bethan is a key shooter and the key player in there, and so they need to shut her down, and they're doing a good job. But that stuff through court that they're doing there is excellent for England, but Scotland need to tighten that centre pass D up.
Especially inside the circle, the goal attackers, the goal shooters actually getting the front side and coming in for the ball and driving for the ball.
One of the things, and I hope that, you know, they might have had targets for this quarter to try and keep England under a certain score and for them to aim for something, because when you have matches like this, you can drop your head, you can get disappointed, but if they have targets that they know that they're achieving, then that keeps them in the game.
that's what we were saying yesterday when Northern Ireland were playing England. Obviously, set yourself some targets and some goals and try to achieve them. And obviously, it's the little steps that count. And
yeah.
Scotland centre. It's too easy now for England.
Yeah.
Oh, but good interception. You can tell how England open up their game much more than what Scotland are doing.
Yes, absolutely. They're doing some good stuff out there, and we're struggling.
Some great passing into the circle.
Yeah, and little things like that. England get back to the line, set up quickly. We're too slow. We need to get there first and force them to change what they're doing on attack.
Exactly, you can see it now, obviously, how England just get back to the centre. It's another forced ball. So injury time, we were discussing earlier. Now you only have 30 seconds and how crucial it is for the primary carer to actually assess the situation.
Yeah, the primary care, yes, she would have had instructions as she went out there. But the good thing is 30 seconds, you can take up a good amount of time in 30 seconds, so you need to use it to its fullest. So Maddie McGuinness has just come in, and she's a talent as well, so she's a very good shooter and plays a nice wing attack game, so let's see if she can have some impact in there. I think Rebecca Metcalf has gone out and done some good stuff for Scotland. But again, super fast from England to get that ball down into their shooting circle.
It's just extremely quick for them.
And that's much better pressure from McQueen.
Some of these players do look young, so there's a lot of work that they've got to look forward to as well.
Yeah. And again, if Scotland get that ball to Bethan Goodwin, she'll put it away for them, so they're just going to be patient on attack, keep doing some sharper movements. They're not really losing their defender, and that's where they're struggling a bit.
There was great pressure there at the centre, just by England's wing defence.
Yeah.
Seems to be working now.
Well, you can see that the coach probably would have said put more defensive pressure on. We need it to slow it down. So that's what they need to continue to do. Yeah.
And another one.
Good shot.
When they're patient, it works.
Yep. Quick decisions need to be made. And well done to Beth Morley to get that back.
Another one. The girls, obviously, their morale's gone up and they are doing better.
England must have some really good accuracy on their shooting today. I don't think they've missed a goal yet.
No, good percentages.
Yeah.
So would you see some changes for England then?
Well, I mean, they can afford to put more players. I mean, they've got a good lead, so I'm sure we might see most of their squad out there.
And for Scotland, what are your thoughts?
Look, this is much better quarter for them, and the changes have impacted well. Again, it's just that defensive pressure. You look at how quickly England getting that ball through, super fast, and great finish. Get it to their shooter, she's going to put it away. So we need to just try and keep working on slowing that up.
On a defensive point of view, what would you do with the defenders inside the circle?
Yeah, I think it's a hard job for the circle defenders. They need some pressure from their front to their centre and wing D to help them out. They can't do it all in there. I mean, they're bigger and accurate. So, you know, and from our point of view for Scotland, maybe they do make a change because, you know, they're not going to win it, so give some experience to other players on the bench.
It is important, obviously, to give other players match time as well. What do you think about that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, matches that you know that you're not going to win, you keep working, set some targets each quarter, and then, you know, play your players out there too. And Katrina McDonald back in that shooting circle, she's more familiar with that role. She's a good little player there, and so and she works well with Bethan Goodwin in that goal attack.
It's a good movement by England outside the circle as well. So, final minute, just before half-time.
Yes. All right, that was good. I mean, obviously missed it, but she's looking. She needs to keep doing that. Molly Cooper coming out and having a look at those long passes from England, just to disrupt them and let them know that a keeper's having a look at it. But stuff like that where we aren't executing passes around people's arms is really difficult. And it shouldn't be, because it's part of the basic fundamentals.
It is. So 45 to England and 13 for Scotland. Scotland have actually scored 8, whereas in the first quarter they scored 5.
Yep, so definitely a better quarter. I mean, you can see...
Half-time score, England 46, Scotland 13.
So it's half-time, and England are winning 46 to 13. And I'm here joined by Claire Nelson, Scotland's CEO. Hi Claire, how's it going?
Great. My nerves are a little bit jangled at half-time. Really exciting game, but, you know, disappointing scoreline for us at the moment. Although the last few minutes of that match, certainly we saw our girls coming back stronger, and hopefully they continue that into the next half.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about yourself. You took over as CEO in October 2015.
Yeah.
So obviously, what are your priorities for netball in Scotland?
Well, netball in Scotland has seen some significant growth off the back of hosting the World Youth Netball Championships and then going into the Commonwealth Games. What I want to do is continue that and build on that. It's a really exciting time for our sport, and I think what we do next is critical. So it's really looking to raise our profile, professionalise what we do and how we do it, and look at creating really strong pathways that not only encourage young people into the sport at grassroots level, but then see that they've got a really exciting career path ahead of them should they want to continue, and hopefully build an audience around that are engaged and interested in our sport, so we can start to see more female athletes in the media and more opportunities to come out like this and come out and support the sport.
Thank you. Obviously, through Netball Europe and Scotland, Gibraltar are our buddies.
Yeah.
Is this the first time you've been to Gibraltar?
It is the first time. What a beautiful place. Lovely waking up in the morning, looking at the hotel. You've got the sea on one side and this gorgeous rock on the other. Fantastic to be here. And the buddy system, I think, is fantastic because arriving here and seeing the quality of the event that you guys have put on, certainly the social media coverage in the run-up to the event was fantastic. Looking at the partnerships that you have around this, it really shows that by working together we can help to develop the sport for everybody, and that's what it's about. It's not about having a few teams doing really well, it's about growing the sport globally.
It is, obviously. We're very grateful for the help that Scotland's done and given us and all the feedback, and obviously we want to thank them. So we want to learn from you guys as well. We obviously are now taking into consideration a long squad as well, the thing that Gail was talking about earlier. So
adding that depth.
it is. In Gibraltar, it's slightly difficult because there's only 30,000 of us, so that we don't have that much talent. And the grassroots is there, considering it's probably the #1 sport for women here in Gibraltar. So we're trying to encourage that. We have a lot of information being fed back from Scotland. Our president and our committee are working extremely hard.
Yeah.
So
events like this weekend are a great springboard for you, though, as well, because it starts to not only engage people interested in the sport, but starts to expose it to the wider community. And yes, you have a small population, but what that also means is that you can have a bigger impact. And just seeing how the whole country seems to have got behind this event gives you a really great start. And I'm confident, having seen what you guys have done this weekend, that your sport is going to continue going from strength to strength.
Thank you. It was also good as well. We had some school kids yesterday, so it was good to encourage them and seeing some possible role models. What do you think about that?
Oh, I'm a big advocate. We have to have more female athletes in the media, and I think that the team sport aspect is absolutely critical. It's really hard for our young people. I see it in the UK. When you look at all of the influences around young girls and women today, not all of them really promote positive body image, working together, supporting each other, being fit, being healthy. So for us to be able to give exposure to these girls and to have this at under 17 level as well, for these girls, they are not only combining studies and part-time jobs for some of them, but they're getting up and they're training to be the best that they can be. And I think that having that in front of young people, young women, can only be a positive thing.
It is a crucial age for them, isn't it? Like you mentioned with the studies as well, so a lot of merit goes out to them and their family for backing them up.
I know, great to see all the families here today. I love that they've come along, and what an experience for these girls to not only represent your country, but to do it somewhere fabulous like this. It's a great experience, and hopefully it'll be a catalyst for a lot of them to want to dig deep, work harder, and try and continue their career up the age groups.
Yeah, that's correct. What do you think about today's matches? Are you excited for the other matches coming up?
Yeah, really excited. I think England-Wales will be interesting. I think the most exciting game in this group is the England-Scotland game, and I think, you know, perhaps we were expecting a little bit more from our girls early on, but having seen them play yesterday, we know that there's a really strong squad here. They have the skill. What they need to do is play their own game, not lose their heads, not panic. They need to understand that who they're working against and their opponents, and go on and be smart and not just react and panic. So really good couple of minutes there towards the end of that last quarter, and hopefully that's what we all start with.
How about yesterday's matches? Did you have a glimpse of them?
Yeah, well, I saw the some of the England-Northern Ireland game in the morning, and obviously I was here for the Scotland-Wales game, and that was great for us. You know, traditionally Scotland's always been third peg behind England and Wales, and now we're stepping up to show that actually we're here to contest, we're here to put on a strong performance, and these young athletes are our future Thistles, and for me that's really exciting because they are very strong, very capable, and extremely skilled.
So basically they should just continue working extremely hard and obviously with their main goal.
Yeah, they need to stay focused.
So thank you, Claire. Lovely
it's been a pleasure.
Enjoy. Half time, and I just want to say a quick thank you to our sponsors, Marble Arc, Jib Telecom, Saconian Speed for providing the water and Powerade, Eclipse Lounge, our main sponsors, and obviously a special thanks for the GSLA for the facilities. So we've seen some changes. How about Scotland changes?
Yeah,
only one.
This is great. I mean, she hasn't been on court yet, Hannah Grant, so really good opportunity to see how she goes. She's also a circle defender, so you know, I bet she's looking forward to her opportunity.
What would you have told the team at half-time?
Play it short. Well, firstly, on defence, stop that transition, slow that down as much as possible, and some centre pass then on attack. Be patient, but they need to drive through and do a bit more work off the ball. Yeah,
So would you say just ignore the score now and play the game?
Yes. No, they need to have reset, set some new targets, see what they can do in the third quarter. And absolutely, that's all you can focus on. That was a great set play that they just did then.
So what would you say is a target for them?
Look, so I think that they could get 10. I believe that they could get 10. And, you know, and try and keep England to 15.
They did
Yeah,
8 last quarter, so it'd be great for them.
Great.
10.
Well, then, at least. Yeah, unfortunately, their start wasn't great for them, and they'll be hurting a little bit, but
Whereas
how they come
yesterday,
back.
yesterday they had a lovely start.
Yes.
So
And there's some great play from Rebecca there with her movement onto circle edge. Just that finish off is needed.
some more pressure there by the defence. The
And
goalkeeper.
it's good to get some fresh legs out there with Hannah Grant being in there. And England made some changes as well. So, you know, great opportunity to keep exposing the young players as well.
I always say that the youngsters are the future, obviously, and it's great to have them there. The opportunity makes them work hard at it as well.
It is, and they're so hungry to learn as well, and it's great for a coach to have players like that. Okay.
Turnover. It's just lovely to watch as England's pass and how they get up along the court.
We just had a quick chat with Maggie Jackson, and we were both, I just said to her, look, England yesterday, a different team today. They've really stepped up a level today, much more slicker on attack, and, you know, they obviously weren't happy with some of the attacking play yesterday, but today they're just too good.
There's a good defence as well from England, so they're tight. We've seen how difficult it is at times for Scotland to get through the centre.
Yeah, there's a great drive from Rebecca Metcalf there. Just going to get that pass right, and then it'll finish it off some great
You work
play.
so hard, and yes, just the finish.
Yeah. And transition really well by England into their shooting circle.
Just so calm, the shooter.
Yeah, and England made 5 changes, and you know they have slotted in really quickly. So, you know, full credit to them and how well they've been able to do that.
It is important for obviously anyone coming in off court and making 5 changes. It's not easy, but they've managed to. So 51 to England and 15 for Scotland. How important do you see a shooter, and how relaxed do they have to be? Don't they? Shooters have to be so relaxed.
Yes. Well, they have a lot of pressure to actually catch the ball because they've got a tight defender on them, and then they have to compose themselves to shoot. So they have a lot of pressure. But
It's a
that's
lot of
their
focus.
job.
That's their job. I suppose none of the positions are easy, and we were discussing yesterday how important the wing defence is as well to a team, and how it has to gel the team together as well.
Absolutely, you know, you look at the Super League, there's some great wingies in that league, and you just hope that your players can aspire to be as good as some of them out there. But it has to be, it's one of those unsung hero positions.
Totally. Goalkeeper working hard there. Good ball movement there by England.
Just more cheddar required from Cooper and Morley in there. Great cutback. That's a nice first and second.
It's just the finish for them now. England are still quite quick getting the ball back after a goal is scored.
Yeah, some good pressure there.
Some silly mistakes. Do you think it's tiredness or?
Yeah, a little bit of fatigue. I mean, like if with England's changes, you know, fresh legs on there, so they'll be ready to go, you know, go to another level. Whereas they, yeah, there are some tired legs from Scotland, but you know, it's part of their game, especially if they're in the mid-court. They need to be super fit.
You do.
But
Yes.
when you see errors like that, where you're dropping the ball and stuff, that is fatigue setting in.
Especially a centre needs to be extremely fit as well, and not only attack but defend at the same time. It's a difficult job for them.
It is, and just like the shooters, it's their job to get the ball to them. So without as much stress as possible for the shooters, because as I said before, they have a lot of stress on them just by trying to catch that pass, let alone having to shoot it. So mid-quarters need to, and that's a lovely thing.
That's the movement that you were talking about earlier.
Well done, good position from McGuinness to get ball side. And nice pass.
Nice pass.
Yeah, that ball, lovely by England, but, you know, need to be slowed down. It's just going through to the circle too quickly, and, you know, Molly Cooper in the back can't do much about that.
So another injury time, Scotland centre.
Yeah. I thought she did a good job, apart from the little things, just the missed passes, but driving-wise, she really impacted there and did well. So Alicia has had a bit of a rest, so hopefully we see some good fresh legs back in the mid-court, driving hard through the court.
It's not easy playing a few matches, is it? Especially when you've got so many things going on as well. You've had to travel and then just be put in a different environment and play. So
yes, absolutely, it can be difficult. But national teams need to always prepare that if they're playing one match, they're going to be playing 3 in a row at some point. So probably minimum 2.
it's important to have good recovery after the matches as well.
Oh, it's very, very important. Ice baths, pool recovery, lots of stretching.
And keep hydrated. It's just good work there by England.
And look, they were really quick onto the loose ball, and be good if we could do some of that as well. Yeah, great hold by the shooter there to get her space. Good feed from the mid-quarter. She's a new wing attack decker. They've been really impressed with the mid-court for England in this match. Just very quick.
Yes, extremely
Great
quick.
placement on the ball. And this defensive pressure has been great for England as well. Picking up balls like that, you know, Scotland's not strong enough into that pass. And great reading by England to pick that up. And finished off really well.
So just under 5 minutes. A few more goals for Scotland would be good. Making it to 20.
Yep. And lovely intercepts like that will help. We're just going to make sure we take it down nicely. Through court, drive up court.
Unlucky, but yes.
Well done by England. You know, they're long rangey arms, interrupting that play.
They're not making it easy for Scotland.
No, but they're on their game today. I mean, yesterday they had a great win against Northern Ireland, but there were errors in that match. But today it's really slick.
Forcing the ball there into the circle. Lovely movement. So last quarter coming up soon. What would you like to see from Scotland?
Yeah, a bit more patience again. You know, a lot more work off the ball. That's much better. Getting the ball to circle edge just like that and finishing off. So, I mean, enough time to get to 20. So let's hope they can put some defensive pressure on.
And for England, just continue what they're doing. They're doing a great job.
Well, again, they've managed to get their whole squad on, which is great for them. And look, it is a big scoreline, and they look like they're working hard for this scoreline. So, I mean, for the teams that get beaten by England up by this much, you know, it's a really great opportunity for them to play England because they can only help improve them as well.
I suppose later they'll be watching the match, and obviously there's a lot of analysing to be done. So they learn from it, like you mentioned.
I mean, there are parts in there that Scotland have done really well, you know, but little things have let them down. And, you know, when they do put some defensive pressure on, England do feel it, but it's not enough defensive pressure through the match. And the subs for Scotland, you know, have come in and played their part. Yeah. And that's excellent. That's much better. So it's just that last part, and just forcing that pass. I suppose they see Bethan and they want to give it to her, but it's not executed properly.
One more for England, 67-18. Some pressure there by England. Good hands there by England's goalkeeper.
Really good work by England defence. I mean, just to read that ball's going to go over the top. And, yeah, a little bit more faking from the attackers will help a little bit. Get the defenders up and then pop that pass over the top or put it forward. But, you know, they're keeping working. Scotland continue to keep working, so that's all you can ask, really.
Ten seconds to go. Nice finish there. Just before quarter time. So, last quarter.
Yeah, need to set some targets. Scotland need to reset, set some targets, really work hard to achieve them. And I think that if they do that, then they'll be pleased with their finish off. But you can see that some of them are really disappointed. But, you know, they're going to keep their heads up. Well, England, as I said, they're playing great netball today.
What would you say to the girls after the match? What are the positives?
Well, you know, England has always been a challenge, so it's not surprising. But I suppose they did feel probably if the score blows out a bit more, if they're able to hold it, they'll be feeling okay-ish. But they probably are disappointed because after a great win yesterday, the confidence was high. They were hoping to come and put a better, you know, put a good challenge up to England. I don't think, you know, they would have been expecting to take it away. If England's on their game, you can see what they can do. We needed to come here today and be not only on our game, but bring our big A game today, and we didn't start very well, so that's really hindered that. But, you know, again, they need to look at trying to get some small achievements.
And tomorrow you face Northern Ireland, so what do you see about that? What do you think about that?
Well, unfortunately, Northern Ireland seem to be a bogey team for Scotland. You know, they seem to rise to the occasion every time they take on Scotland, so they can't take them lightly, even though, you know, the score for Northern Ireland blew out as well yesterday against England. They'll be a good challenge for us, and we need to get back on our game, and I know they can. And, you know, they don't need to do too much reflection on this game. They need to have a chat about some of the things that they felt they didn't do too well, but not reflect on it too much, because Northern Ireland is the game that they need tomorrow.
They need to focus and be mentally prepared for that, don't they?
Let's kind of quickly move on from this match.
Substitutions for Scotland.
Fourth
Niamh
quarter.
McCall, wing attack.
Some
Maddie
substitutions
McGuinness,
for Scotland.
centre. Substitutions for England. Chloe Assam, goal shooter.
So 2 for Scotland there.
Yes, so Niamh, who played goal attack in the first quarter, is coming on at wing attack, and Maddie has gone up to centre. So this will be interesting. Maddie's also a wing attack, goal attack. So hopefully she can bring some stuff in that midcourt as well. Also, I just think the Scotland defenders need to just, you know, keep working hard, trying to mix it up a bit, come out and attack ball outside, even if they just let the wing attacks know that I am hunting, so if you want the ball, you need to take it a bit higher. You know, things like that. But just in that last quarter, Molly got caught up just worrying about her shooter. So, yeah, I think she needs to mix it up a bit. And Beth just needs to keep pressuring her goal attack. A new goal shooter in the circle for England, so this will be their 12th player, I think, that's taken to the court. What I have liked and saw yesterday for England as well was they mix up their centre pass. They were doing kind of like a wall yesterday, then they did a man-on-man defence, and then they do what I suppose, well, I call it a squeeze defence. They try and push the attackers in the middle. And they have a good, great success with it.
Some better pressure there by Scotland.
That was a great, quick, fast release pass from the centre. Much better pressure by Scotland.
Whenever they have the ball, they have to use it. It's much better coming up down the court.
And that's what they need to do, is drive in to pop back and then front cut.
Great interception there by England's goalkeeper. She's had a good match.
Yeah. Just need strong drives, everyone available, making quick decisions.
So Scotland didn't score the 10 earlier that we were mentioning. So what would you see now?
Well, they've made some changes again. They're looking a bit tired as well, because some people are just standing. But they are forcing England. I mean, England have done a couple of errors just in this last quarter. So, yeah, I mean, they're pretty much just going to keep trying to apply as much pressure as possible and slow it up. And this is better. Yeah, but a bit more pressure and creates that type of stuff.
Luckily, she was still on court.
Yeah. Oh, that's unlucky. But good pressure by England.
England is still really fast getting the ball along as well. The momentum hasn't stopped out.
Yeah, that was some great play by England's attack around the circle edge.
Injury time. Hashu? Now she has to come off.
I think she might have got a foot in the back of her leg. Or
It's a nice pass.
that was a great pass. Yep.
Great work there by England. Nice
Yeah,
finish.
Good finish on the new shooter in.
Last 10 minutes of the match. So Scotland just need to work at it and carry on and just never give up.
Yeah, and this is where you start to build character. You know, even though on the scoreboard it's not looking great, you just got to keep fighting, working hard for everything. You know, as a coach, you do never want to see your players drop their heads. Can't tolerate that.
No, as a coach, that's obviously something that you don't want to see on court.
And look, and to be fair, they look like they're working hard. Yes, it is a struggle, but, you know, they've got their heads up, trying to work for each other, so... Yeah, great defensive pressure by England.
Making them work hard.
Yeah. And look, they've done some great straight line play, England, you know, just really impressed with that. Fortunately with Scotland, we're doing some diagonal passes or long cross-court passes.
As a coach, you obviously don't encourage those diagonal passes.
Definitely not.
Nice work there by the centre.
Yeah. They just need to get back to that patience again on attack for Scotland.
As we mentioned earlier, be interesting to see the shooting percentage as well of England.
Absolutely, I mean, and that's a good finish by Bethan. Good one.
Another silly error.
You know, one of the things England have done really well, or one of the many things they've done really, really well, is the 0.9 defensive marking has been really impressive. I mean, so many tips by the England defenders, put a lot of pressure on the Scotland team to execute their passes.
It's good work there as well.
Absolutely, that loose ball, just every crumb Scotland need to try and chuck themselves onto that ball.
Just go for it. So for all of you that have tuned in, there's actually a website. It's called www.visitgibraltar.gi. There's a lot of information that you can find out about Gibraltar as well. Just over 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, we'd like to see a couple more goals on the scoreboard. I mean, again, all England shooters have been impressive with the accuracy.
It's a good fight by England's goalkeeper. They do have nice work around the circle edge, don't they? And
Oh,
feeding
absolutely. They move that ball superbly around that circle edge. And it's great to see because you open up the spaces for the shooters, moving the defenders all the time.
That's a forced ball.
Yeah, and that was great work from Molly Cooper to come quickly around the front on that swing pass. But, you know, the mid-court for England are getting onto circle edge really, really well, and that's where we're struggling. We've got to do more work to try and keep them off or away from ball side. But they're very quick, doing some great movement off the ball.
They are.
To be available for their shooters.
Time. Another injury time.
Yeah, Katrina Norval's coming in to goal keep, and Molly, yeah. It's a great opportunity for Katrina as well. I mean, she gets 3 minutes, but you know, got some good height there. She might be able to upset the vision from the feeders to their goal shooter, so let's see what she can do as well. Yeah, and she needs to use her footwork to get that front position, not allow her to get off the body of the shooter and try and get around quickly.
She does love a front position there, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Last push for Scotland as well. It's another turnover.
Footwork, yeah.
An opportunity for them.
2 minutes to go, so let's hopefully that Scotland put some more points on the board.
England are still
forward.
England still keep working hard at their defence, and they're still fighting for it as well.
Great shot.
One more for Scotland would be great.
Yeah, just again need patience, get to circle edge and try and get it. Yep. Things like really simple netball. Getting onto circle edge and placing netball. And that's a great shot from the England shooter.
Strong finish there by England. 91-22.
Plenty of time. They just need to be patient and clever.
So will you be watching the Northern Islands match later?
I think the team will be. They need to have a look at that match.
So there goes the final whistle. 93 for England, 22 for Scotland.
Great team effort by England. They played really, really well. Really impressed with how well they played. Their attacking was sharp and slick, and their, you know, great place. And finished off with some excellent shooting. But you know, the defensive pressure that was put on by their whole squad, from the goal shooter down to their goalkeeper defensive end,
final score
was the reason why.
England
Yes, it is.
93, Scotland
So,
22.
Up next is Switzerland versus Ireland. And then Northern Ireland versus Wales at 2 p.m. Gibraltar time. So it's an interesting one for you guys to watch.
Yeah, the players need to have a look at that. I mean, we have got the recording from yesterday, but, you know, Northern Ireland probably want to have a better game today. They'll be looking to try and play their best netball against Wales. So, yeah, it'd be good for the Scotland team to have a look at that. England, well-deserved win.
Positives you can take back from Scotland?
Patchy stuff for us, you know, when we did get that ball, there was some nice play, but, and then some defensive efforts all over the court, but just not consistent enough, not enough pressure all the time, or as much time as possible. But, you know, and I mean, in the end we did have some good shooting stats, I'd say, so, yeah. The good thing for me is they keep their heads up, they work really hard, even though the scoreline, like, you never want to lose by that amount of points, and so they keep going, and that for me is impressive.
It is. So, well done to England, a well-deserved win, and we'll see you soon. Thank you, Gail.
You're welcome.